Hi, I'm Chandel.
And hi, I'm Cameron.
And we are
Paw Patrol.
Our Queenslander arrived on Tuesday, and unfortunately, while the roof is off, we had a massive storm. So if you're seeing some staining on the walls, that's what that's from. But today we thought we'd talk about 4 things you're going to want, 4 tools, or 4 things you're going to want to have if you are removing carpet and underlay. First thing you're going to want, if you're going to be pulling up smooth edge or staples, I'll show you what smooth edge is in a minute in case you're not sure. It's the residue that's left behind after carpet's gone. You're going to want to get yourself a dolly. So this is a $15 dolly. A few of the things I've got today are from Bunnings. No affiliation with Bunnings, just we tend to shop there a lot and they've got way too much of my money. But this cost me 15 bucks. We used it to move our piano in our shed and then realised that it's really handy for me to sit on and save my knees while I'm rolling around the floor pulling out these things that are always in the corner and right down on the floor. Number 2 thing you're going to want when you're pulling out carpet and underlay is this style of, it's like a staple or like a nail remover. We actually used it when we were putting in our floating floor in our last reno. It came from Bunnings, not very expensive, but notice that it doesn't have, a lot of rectangles have a really steep angle on them. It's quite flat at one end and it has a good steep angle at the other. So it enables you to not do any damage as you're trying to get those nails out. It also has that 3rd nail removal tool there. So this is smooth edge, and basically it's a piece of ply and it's nailed in to the floor and it has a bunch of nails that stick out of it. It doesn't matter if it breaks as it comes out when you use this tool, but you'll notice that as I'm going in underneath it, it's not scratching the floor. It goes in really flat and enables me to sort of lever underneath there without causing any damage. I'll show you a piece of it in a second. Sometimes the nails come out with it, these nails that are holding it in, but they don't always, and it doesn't matter if they don't. So that's smooth edge, and those spikes are what stick into your carpet and underlay. Basically this tool's awesome because not only can I get this out, but when I turn this over, I can now remove the nails as well, really quickly and easily without doing any damage. And that leverage there, whilst protecting the floor, really makes it easy to get those nails out. So the 3rd thing that you're going to want if you're removing carpet and underlay is this staple remover. So this is a Craft brand, that's a Bunnings brand. It wasn't very expensive, but you can see it has a point here that you slide underneath the staple, and it has this kind of leverage here that you lever against the floor to pull the staple out. And what it means is you don't, if you're using a screwdriver, it's hard to get the leverage underneath it without breaking one of the 2 halves. So I'll go ahead and show you how easy that is to use now. You just basically slide it under and roll it up and it pulls the staple right out. And it can pull staples out that are sort of lopsided as well. You just kind of lever it to the other side. It also does them like that. So those were quite far away from the base. I'll go to this one here that's quite low. You just kind of wiggle it underneath there and again lever it and it pulls them right out. There can be underlay still stuck underneath them. It's really effective even when one half's sort of coming out. You can kind of pinch it there and lever it out. It'll take the staples out. This is the most effective tool I've ever had for doing this job. Really, as I said, inexpensive. I don't know if they're still available at Bunnings, but it's worth having a look if you're trying to do this job. Tool. And the number 4 tool that you're going to want is a drink of choice. I'm on the Prosecco, Cam's on the cider. Cheers.
Cheers.
Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of our content, and we've got lots to do. So we look forward to sharing it with you. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.